common experience to young Americans?
Boy emails girl,
relate to?
boy loses girl, boy is thought to be the Pope, boy finds girl again. You know, your usual. This is a guy who wants to find this girl, and he and his best friend, Scotty and his best friend Cooper, head to Europe. There they meet up with their other two good friends, Jamie and Jenny, the twins, who, for their graduation gift, have been backpacking around. So they meet up in Paris, and then it's just the fearsome foursome, basically trying to get to Berlin, trying to get to Mika, and they take a lot of wrong turns. They go a lot of wrong directions.
But the heart of the movie is traveling around Europe and the misadventures, if you will. That's the real movie.
Right.
And everything else is the device to get them to Europe. The fun is, what do 4 young American kids do in Europe?
We always knew that the lead character of this film needed to be, it's the hardest thing in the world. He needs to be funny. He needs to be strong. He needs to be first among equals, the center of the wheel that everyone else, all his friends sort of revolve around.
I'm playing Scotty Thomas, and he's just the middle America, good kid. A lot of bad things happen to him that shouldn't be because he's such a sweetheart. I don't know, but I got a good set of sidekicks to keep me up, like Cooper and the twins and stuff like that.
Scott Mechlowicz, we discovered at the 11th hour in UCLA Drama School.
He shows up and he reads, and we're all sort of sitting there, more casting. We're so depressed, and he started reading the sides, and he started auditioning, and everyone just sort of popped up.
At first, you're kind of like, wait, did I hear that right?
Do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Do it again. I want to make sure that wasn't just a fluke.
He did it again. He did it again.
I can't email her. She closed down her email account. I don't have a phone number. The only thing I know is that she lives in Berlin. So go to Berlin. I can't just go to Berlin. I can't.
Why not?
Because, man, because.
The great thing about Scott's audition, and it's the great thing about his performance, is that he and Cooper are equals. And they go through, and they give and take, and no one's yanking the other one around, and there's a real sort of just camaraderie between them, because Scott can hold his own with Jacob, which was the thing, that no one could hold their own against Jacob, because Jacob is so funny, and he's been fantastic, I guess, discovery. I don't know. I mean, he probably always knew he was good, but we're thrilled.
It was a little strange stripping in front of 70 strange Rastafarians just looking at me crazy. Yeah, that made me blush just a little bit.
Oh, Jacob.
Jacob is really funny. Man, we saw him in New York.
We saw him on a videotape.
Some on a videotape, and it's just like, well, we have to see this guy.
So it's a pretty wild night, eh? Yeah, pretty wild. I know I was fucked up, man. I was fucking flying, you know. Hey, how about you guys? Did you,
All right. We were really drunk. It got a little crazy, and Jamie kissed me. Let's just forget it.
Oh, yeah.
Consider it forgotten.
No, it's no big deal. Let's just ignore it. Just like, like you two ignored centuries of moral codes and, the works of L. Ron Hubbard and the threat of two-headed children.
Shut up.
Yeah, because there aren't enough goat
Jamie,
people in this
Cooper,
world.
give it a rest.
Honestly, it was his part from that moment on.
I'm the crazy, nutty buddy character who has all these crazy ideas, who, through my own base impulses, I get everyone else into trouble.
The stuff he gives you is unique to him, and it's really funny. And yeah, from the minute we saw that first tape of him, and you see his sort of eyes glinting, and you know this is the devil.
Yeah.
This is a charming devil.
He's screwing with you. Let's go. Let's go on this trip. Come on.
Let the crazy European sex odyssey begin.
Here we go. Really?
Yes. No, I didn't have to be naked. It's something I chose to do. As an artist.
I gotta say, Jacob and Travis and Scott, our actors, really got into it. Jacob, so much so that once his pants went off, they never came back on.
Yeah, they had provided, whatever those, flesh-colored sling things are, and Jacob had no interest in it, just making the entire crew very uncomfortable.
Well, especially our director of photography, who had to put a light meter fairly near his unit.
I was threatened to be beaten by the director of photography at one point for getting too close to him. I think that was more an emotional thing than a physical fear, now that I have the hindsight of it.
I think he made them very uncomfortable.
Well, we were 50 feet away, and I was fairly uncomfortable.
Let's try one more.
There was one other of us who I will remain nameless, though it wasn't Michelle and it wasn't Scott, but remained totally nameless, who also got naked with me.
3, 2, 1.
Look at Jamie's penis.
Very funny.
I can't describe size, texture, or taste or anything to you. I really didn't get a good look. My eyes were closed most of the time. I'm quitting smoking when I get back to New York.
Hands up, who's not ready? Yeah. Who's gonna have a? Who's not ready? Gonna have a pair of like. Travis not ready. Sure. Ready? Ready? Let's go.
My favorite stuff is when there'd be a long day of shooting, and I was called just to do one little line, and I just dropped in and go, "Ha, guys, ha!" And then they go, "Okay, see ya." And so I was on set for an hour and got to go and make fun of the other actors because they had to work, and those were my favorite days.
Jamie Sherman has been described by the directors as an astronaut on vacation.
Travis.
Travis Wester, which we haven't talked about yet. We don't care for him. Next question.
I was against hiring Travis the entire way.
And you were right.
And
I can admit that now.
Anytime you go to Europe with a group of friends, you're going to need to have someone with you that loves this stuff. And that's that guy.
What he really brought to that Jamie character was it would have been very easy for him to be my glasses are taped and I'm a nerdy, whiny crybaby. But no one would want to spend 90 minutes with that guy.
Yeah, he's not a geek, he's particular. He has more adult wants for this Europe trip. He wants more out of it. What you're able to do with him, because he doesn't look like just a nerd, you're able to go, oh, this guy loves this stuff. He loves his guidebook. He wants to take a tour of every castle in Europe, and that's what he's about, and he wants what he wants.
There's got to be someone that wants to see the cathedrals, that wants to, because he's the person you turn to when you don't know where you are and you don't know what you're looking at. And so not only for the characters, but also for the audience, he represents the element of just being able to explain where we are and what we're doing.
We've got a fantastic tour guide right here. Ah.
What? No. The Vatican has been used as a papal residence ever since the time of Emperor Constantine the Great in the 5th century AD. None of the other characters are really delighted by being in Europe. Scotty's there out of necessity, Cooper's there to get ass, Jenny's there to be with Jamie, and Jamie's there because he loves this stuff.
It's gonna be so awesome.
Yeah. I have planned every detail of the trip to maximize the fun.
You brought a guidebook to a party?
Do you guys want to see my itinerary?
Do you want to see my balls?
And the other guys, of course, their dream trip involves much more pubs and red light districts and whatnot. And we have a lot
Europe,
of fun
the world's
with that.
biggest cocktail party.
Travis, the guy, is actually, I think, the most different from his character. Travis is like
yes and no.
Having gotten to know him, he has certain Jamie-like tendencies. I'll give you that.
We've got a couple hours to kill. What's there to see in this town?
Hello, the Monument de Poissonnière. It's a monument to all the local fishermen that were lost at sea. Fromer says it's supposed to be quite moving.
What the hell is wrong with you, C-3PO? We're here to see Europe, not some crappy statue.
The funny thing is, when I went on a sightseeing tour where there was Travis with us, he is so, I don't know if he likes to hear that, but he is so alike to his character, Jamie, because, he walked with his little tour book, and when we went down Charles Bridge, for example, he had a story on every statue there was. This was really entertaining on one way and really had a lot of information so we could learn something about the statues. But on the other hand, it's so funny that he's so alike. It's such a good casting, I have to say. And he's having so much fun. He's going like, fun fact.
Also, his energy is infectious. He just helped the rest of the other cast members.
Big shot!
He did this thing, he was like that. And then this is what I'm doing while he's doing that. And action, okay.
Otherwise, it's the right static. Yep. Move down here.
Will you do your David Egby imitation?
Oh shit, where is he? Fuck. Five, 8 in a line. No, wait. Ah, fuck. Get that 216 frame out, get it in an opal. These fucking trees. 5, 8 and a third, go.
Michelle is our old pro. She's 17 and she's been in the business for 17 years. So
We go to her for a lot of advice on how to handle the rigors of Hollywood. Because she'll say, for example, when I was 6, I did it this way, and we'll go, that's a good note.
She is unbelievable. And it's just her training from television, movies, everything. She's always giving you exactly what you need. You can say, I want a little bit more like this, I want a little bit more like that, and she's always just, okay, does it, boom, boom, boom. I mean, her reactions and things are so funny.
Yeah,
almost to the point where it's eerie. Like when you're shooting something, a lot of times you'll do another thing and you go, this time try it. And she goes, yeah, I know.
You'll say, well, it was really, really good, but there's this one, and like without him even saying it, you know exactly what it is, and you're like, done, perfect. And then you do it, and it's hysterical, and it's perfect.
She is really, really funny. And she is such a trooper. Some of the scenes that she has done have been in the worst conditions
We were joking,
possible.
for a while we were joking that we never shot one of her close-ups outside where it wasn't raining.
So wait, it's my close-up, right? That's why the rain has come.
It would be like, the day would be okay, there'd be a little rain, Michelle's close-up, rain. We're done with Michelle's close-up, moving over to Travis, sun's back.
Look, it's rain, me, I bring the rain. Oh, seriously, rain. Ah, nice. Good hair day.
Anytime she has to be somewhat scantily clad or running around
30 degrees.
in her underwear. If I was a farmer, I would hire her and I would have her start to get undressed whenever I needed to end a drought because it guarantees that there will be rain.
I had to do my flashing scene. All I had was like this tiny little piece of material across my chest, and I had to stand there for like I think we were there for like 2 days in the freezing cold, pouring rain. It was hailing at one point. This tiny little piece of material, like waving my shirt around like, oh, I'm sexy. Oh, I'm sexy. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
And you do these scenes of her sort of like on the side of the Autobahn where she's sort of trying to stop the cars by lifting up her shirt. And she's doing it, and she's fantastic. And it's cut, and she's putting on a parka because she is freezing. And you have no idea how cold it was there.
That was a lot of fun, but it should look good, hopefully, if I'm not, ice cold and blue. I was really excited when they added the Christoph part because that wasn't part of the original script. Jenny's European love interest, Christoph. It was very exciting when Jenny gets a little sexier, which is fun for me. Hey.
Jenny, that outfit is horrible. Just take it off, now.
No, but I will let you buy me a drink.
Excuse me. You are the woman from the Paris train station, aren't you? My name is...
Christoph. I had to wear this crazy metal top, which was really, really thin. And we're doing the scene, and we're laughing and we're sipping champagne, which was, like carbonated apple juice. And I'm leaning forward, and it's just about, I have to do like a really rash action, and my shirt pops open, and the back string, so it's just held on by a little teeny little string, silver little string, it popped open, and it was quite embarrassing. It was really funny just for 5 minutes. Nothing popped out, nothing happened. It was all taped in, but that was my funny experience of the set.
Welcome to Club Vandersex, Amsterdam's most erotic club, where your every fantasy will be fulfilled.
Also says I get a free T-shirt with flyer.
He was American.
We all agreed, everyone on set agreed, that Lucy Lawless was the coolest human being that we'd all ever met.
Yeah, I'm on the set of my new porn.
Life's been hard since Xena.
She's a dominatrix, and I'm the rabbit, so to speak.
On Vandersex!
Her outfit, she looks like some sort of like sex superhero.
In this movie, I'm playing a woman who runs a chicken ranch. It's a bordello of sorts. Well, we're not saying that. We're not saying that the girls actually put out, but the clients do.
Hello, and welcome to Amsterdam's finest and most luxurious youth hostel.
Oh, Joanna Lumley. She's phenomenal. She played the Amsterdam hostel clerk.
We said, Joanna, we're so happy you want to do this. We just have 2 words for you. 30 cats. We did like 9 or 10 takes. She was changing all the stuff, doing super, super funny. And they were crying every time.
If you do not wish to have your valuables stolen, I suggest destroying them or discarding them right now. You can also try hiding your valuables in your anus.
I was fine until Scott would start laughing. He'd be saying his lines and he'd turn around. And then I seen him laughing and I'd burst out laughing and Joanna just kept like a straight face.
You can watch her with those cats and the way she sort of uses them as comedy props.
That was a person who had worked with cats before, and I think our kids who had never worked with cats could appreciate that.
Oh, darling. That freaking little cat kept its tail up my nose. Absolutely awful. Was I funny? Was I funny? Maybe just a little half bang. Just like, it was the funniest thing in the world. She's such a nice lady.
Hey, this isn't where I parked my car.
Oi! Get bloody out of you.
When we wrote The Head Hooligan, there was one person we had in our heads, and it was Vinnie Jones. And then we found out we could actually get Vinnie Jones, that Vinnie Jones actually would read the script, and that Vinnie Jones actually wanted to do the movie.
Now please, enlighten me. Who the fuck are you?
I'm the head of the Man United Supporters Club in Great Britain. And the boys wander into our bar unexpectedly, and then we take to them because they can have a drink and everything. Before I started playing, I was a soccer supporter. Not this rough, not with the skinhead and the Crombie and that, but yeah, I've done my time on the terraces watching.
There's a lot of English slang, which we pulled off the internet, and it's half of it's like 1890s Gaelic, like lorry talk.
You got steamed up, pissed as a fart. Too much sauce, son.
The words that just came out of his mouth were so funny. Like we would have some sort of long thing about, let's go get this French guy, and he would just sort of,
let's give this Nancy a fucking good kicking.
And when he says that, I go, yeah, that sounds about right.
We had a bit of an ad lib on the bus driving down, and we were going up the highway the wrong way, and that was quite a funny laugh.
You're on the wrong side of the road, you snail-eating puss. Back off! Go on, you Gaelic fucking garlic breath tossers! Piss off! Get in here and say that, you froggy eye-ties, shite eyes!
We had a bit of rain, and we were doing the motorway scene, and one of the guys come up and gave me the umbrella, and I'm stood there and cracked with lightning, and the old lightning hit the umbrella, knocked that out of my hand, and my arm was buzzing. So I legged it, I ran.
He was a dream come true. It was great to work with him, and so fucking funny. Just a real funny motherfucker. The first thing I remember was being in a treehouse signing a blood pact.
I remember there was blood and there was a treehouse, but I don't remember signing anything.
And then it was
like I blacked out the entire thing, so I don't really remember.
Well, you remember waking up missing some blood.
And a kidney.
But that's every weekend.
And then after that, college.
They're like a one of those mythical 3-headed hydras.
The thing with one brain, there's one brain amongst the 3 of them. So that's beneficial in as much as when you need a note or when you have a question or something like that, you can basically approach one of them and you'll get the same answer out of either of them.
We went to Harvard. And we were all on the Lampoon together, which was still is the comedy magazine, which comes out occasionally, and we're all actually in the same dorm too.
They are supportive of one another. They bring out the best in each other. It's an amazing thing to watch 3 people who have been so in tune and so good for one another over so many years.
You went to SNL. Alec and I went out to LA, and then went to New York and worked at Conan while he was still at SNL. Then Alec and I went and started working at Seinfeld. Got tired of listening to him complain about SNL, and then we were all on Seinfeld till the show got canceled.
They're just really nice. They know exactly what they want. One's a little bit more, he deals with the actors more. One's a little bit more technical, and the other kind of like puts it all together. So the combination of all of them is hysterical. Their words are comfortable to say, and we have a blast doing it.
We've all read each other's stuff from spec scripts to beginning, so it's just very easy. There's a shorthand. You can say, look at this. No, fix the end. That's no good. And you go, all right. And It's just you move. You don't sit there going, pounding your head against the wall.
More kissing.
But cheek or lip? Tongue.
The second I met the guys, I knew this is their passion project, and they're, I think, possibly the funniest people I've ever met in my life. They make me laugh every single day.
I wish I'd be a real girl today.
Not today.
Jeff is great. He's such a little kid inside, which is so nice, because that's a great characteristic of a person, is to still kind of have the kid inside. And he's making a movie, and it's great because he's playing every day, and it's just fun for him. And you watch him when he's sitting at the monitors, and he's just like glowing.
He's a first-time director, and I haven't really done a movie with this kind of budget yet in my career. I feel like we're both kind of taking steps together. It's like he doesn't really approach me with some kind of any authoritative air, and I'm pretty willing to just listen and learn and do whatever it takes to get the job done right.
Jeff, he makes it so easy for us to work with him. He's very supportive, very straight ahead, and but in a funny way. So we're all feeling very comfortable.
One of the reasons we work so well together is that none of us has one particular area that is their real strength.
Which is to say, we're all not very good at anything.
We're all mediocre in about the same way.
We're like quality utility bench players that have accidentally joined
I
forces.
can play shortstop, I can play catcher.
I'm not good at anything.
You wouldn't want me to, but I can do it if I have to.
If your all-star catcher got hurt, you'd put us in.
You'd put another guy in, and if that guy
he got hurt and there was nobody else, you'd say, hey, one of them.
We're not helpful, but we're enthusiastic. The ideas start, like all good ideas, with a deadline. Usually we've told someone we'll write something, and
then a week before it's due,
we sort of go, we have to write this.
We realize we have to write
something. We fly in from Hawaii.
And then several days later, we start working.
It just starts with a dry erase board and just ideas just flying.
We knew what they were writing, and we knew that their version of it would be spectacular. And we knew it was a perfect fit for Montecito. With Old School and Road Trip, they were the next generation of the people that we want to be in business with.
We know we want to do a movie about kids going to Europe, and so the first thing we did is, well, what old ideas do we have, things that have been kicked out of other movies, things that we don't have to lift a finger that we can just dump into this, like a trash can, and we did that. And that's pretty much the script.
I knew 10 pages in that they had far surpassed the expectations that we had.
Oh, I was laughing my ass off. Can I say ass?
We were even doing rewrites of other movies, and we'd come up with ideas, and we're like, this is a great idea. This is too good for this stupid movie we're doing a rewrite on. We'll save it. It's like, remember that old porno that you were in? And it was like, well, how do we get 50 penises into this movie?
And they said, it can't be done. And I said, well, then this is going to be an unpleasing porn.
And Dave said, I've done it. He had the proof.
It's on video.
When I first encountered the material, I just thought it was great. I was really looking forward to getting out here and getting it in the can.
There's a lot of funny stuff that they worked in, and then again bringing in all those people just amplifies all those scenes that when I was reading was just dialogue, but it was still funny, and then they come in and take it to just a different level.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, mi scusi.
No!
Mi scusi.
We just tried to make it funny to us. That's the basic thing. It's not going to be the same because it's going to be our style of humor, which people may hate, but we like. So we always figure if the three of us like it, then maybe 3 people will watch it. The idea is basically, it's strange times, travel is perilous. If you see this movie, you do not have to shell out the bucks and get your ass to Europe. You can just stay at home in America where there's air conditioning and soft toilet paper.
And ice.
And ice, and just do something with your family, like see this movie 20 times.
Come on, I really want you to be the one. I mean, Mika.
Fine.
Excellent. All right. Toast. Toast. To Mika.
To Europe.
We were basically TV writers, and you make stuff every week, and then we like doing movies, but it's like, well, why don't we just make a movie? So that's why the script was written. Yeah, we've been working together for 14 years, and now we're actually making a movie together, which is 7 years later than we thought would happen, but it's still okay.
It's all right. It really.
It's just, well, it's
sort
pretty
of disappointing.